Finally, just finally, that game is over. Manchester City 1, Chelsea nil. Probably the worst game. I know there was nothing to play for City. Arsenal bottled it, which we'll be talking about, of course. We're talking about this game today as well. Can't wait for the season to end as a Chelsea fan. I know it's a neutral channel where we speak about all the clubs' top six. But yeah, Chelsea fans, what we're going through is an absolute nightmare. Congratulations to Manchester City for winning the Premier League for the third time in a row, which is a phenomenal record. They've won 5 out of the last 6 years, whilst Chelsea have last won it in 2016-17 season under Conte. It's been a long time. Chelsea need to fix up. But yeah, guys, before I get to everything, make sure you lot smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. Tune every single day. This summer will be huge, where we speak about all the clubs, transfers, ins and outs. For the first time, I'll be doing it in 6-7 years, because I usually talk about Chelsea. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. So congratulations to Man City. Arsenal bottled it again against Forest. I've been speaking to a lot of Forest fans actually. They said we are very confident against Arsenal. We do really well against them. I just didn't realise they would do it like that, basically, to stay up and also beat Arsenal. So congratulations to Forest for staying up as well. A bit surprised with Arsenal, because obviously they led the season for 93.7% of the time. They're expected to win it. People say they haven't bottled it. They definitely have bottled it. They've had a good season, over 25 wins, but they've lost their heads. And Gary Neville said it very perfectly. City will chase you. And when it comes down to the last 5-10 games, and your mindset isn't there, and you let your emotions get into the game, you will bottle it. You'll break. You know, Liverpool took City to the last day, losing by 1 point. Arsenal given City 3 games to win the league. We thought it would be a closer title. I would say if it went to the last day, I probably wouldn't have said Arsenal, but I would probably mention along those lines, but I wouldn't say they have 100% let themselves down, blah blah blah. If they're 1 point behind, fair play, you know, it was a tight battle. But Man City didn't even have to care about this game. They rested Haaland, they rested De Bruyne, they rested Silva, they rested all these guys. Whilst on the other hand, Chelsea, the lineup, absolute shocking. We didn't do too bad today, don't get me wrong. It wasn't a bad game where we got destroyed. And we can't really expect to get destroyed by this team. We done okay. There was a few chances. Sterling not good enough. Conor Gallagher not good enough. Obviously hit the post, unlucky. The subs were shocking very late as well. Modric coming on, Pulisic coming on. I just can't wait for the season to end, people. I think what people like Chelsea fans need right now is Frank Lampard just to go. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's been told to play these players. Why would you play players that are not going to be here in the future? You know, Loftus-Cheek's linked to AC Milan. Why is he playing today, for example? It just doesn't make sense. Aspi, he won't be a first team player or won't be at the club next season. Why is he starting? I just don't understand. Lewis Hall, you know, he's a youngster, he will learn, but when you put him in, we want to see this, of course, but he's not good enough today. Just not good enough. Against City in the cup games early in the season, I saw a lot of potential, but today, sloppy passes, gets into positions, passes backwards, sideways, and this is the story of Chelsea's season. Every single time we've seen this. Okay, Sterling, with experience, we had City fans chanting, that's why we sold him. Like, this is really deep for Chelsea fans. I've seen the timeline. Everyone's had enough. We just want the season to end. Got 2 more games. Got United, which will be a boring draw, by the way. The last 6 games against them have either been 1-1 or 0-0. It's been a boring game. United are dead as well. I don't want to even hear that. They've had a better season than us. They're going to win trophies, of course, but they've not been as good as what people have been saying. Man City has been good. That's it. Arsenal, okay, and the rest of them, rubbish, in my opinion. Tottenham, Liverpool, Chelsea, Newcastle have been good, Brighton have been good. That is progress, okay. But the other clubs, not good enough today, or this season. So, yeah, Chelsea is embarrassing. As a neutral fan watching this, whether you're Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, that was not a game to watch. That was the most boring game. I think the highlight for me was the Guard of Honour. I hope Chelsea fans look at that and say, I don't want to ever do this again. That's what we should be seeing. In previous years, when we've done it for United, we've gone on to win it the following year. That's what we need to see. But obviously, let's be realistic. This team is not winning the league next season. I wish we did. Maybe because we have 1 game a week, we could go like on Arsenal, and maybe if we have the bottle, the mentality to keep it in the last 10 games, then we could talk about it. If we have a good start to the season, we shall see. But I don't have an expectation for that for sure. So Man City, how do we stop these guys? Are they going to get bored if they win the treble? If they win the Champions League, if they win the Emirates FA Cup, is it going to be enough to say, let's sit back? Or are they going to keep going and going and going? I've talked about this team being compared to the United 99 team. I do believe it's better. United fans are at my case, they're on my case, they're mocking me, they're saying I don't know what I'm talking about. I was only 4 years old, which is true, 4 or 5 years old when it happened. But I just feel like this City team have just excelled. You know, the United team only got like 79 points for that season. Yeah, Dwight York, he had like 20 goals, 20 assists. But he must have been stat padding against lesser teams or something, because how are you only getting 79 points? Doesn't really make sense. And the competition back then wasn't as difficult as it is today as well in the modern era. I think teams around us are starting to pick up certain points against big teams. So that's my point. Obviously, Champions League, Man City had Madrid, PSG and Bayern Munich. Well, Bayern Munich and PSG, of course, there were hard teams on that side that Man City could have faced. Let's be real. On the other side, it's a lot easier. The Inter final is a lot. It seems a lot easier on paper, but you never know on a one-off game, of course. And United had difficult games in 1999. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like this City team have just excelled. They're winning every single season in the Premier League, especially. So fair play to them. Pep's done a great job. People will say it's easy with money. It's not guaranteed. We've seen with PSG, we've seen with City, they have not won the Champions League with money. Okay, so we can't just say that. And the ones that do say, so yeah, Arsenal let themselves down. They dropped against Southampton. They dropped against West Ham, Liverpool. They dropped against, of course, yesterday Nottingham Forest. And it makes you think: how do you destroy Newcastle away from home, who have only lost like once this season at home, to then do these as well? So as a neutral looking at this, Arsenal have had a good season, but they've definitely bottled it in my eyes. Man City have caught up, they put the gears up, they were on gear 1, gear 2, and they're now on gear 5, gear 6, destroying everyone. I think it's 12 wins in a row in the Premier League now, which is a fantastic record. Chelsea are going down like Jay Sean, we're just dropping points here and there. Tuchel saved the season, of course. Without his points, without his wins, we would be in a relegation battle right now, and we would be suffering. We'd have City, we had Arsenal recently, we've got United, we've got Newcastle. It would have been a scary ending for sure as a Chelsea fan. So luckily, thank you Thomas Tuchel, even though you're doing really badly at Bayern Munich, we are grateful for your help. How about that, people? So yeah, that is everything for me in terms of the City result, the Arsenal result, the Premier League being down. Congratulations to Man City. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe and hit the notification. As I said, people, on this channel we'll be covering all the transfers on the big clubs this summer. It's going to be done for the first time, which I'm looking forward to. And obviously I'm at One Chelsea, where I'm doing all the Chelsea content with the whole gang, of course, previews, reviews and all the transfers in and out there as well. So big up to every single one of you lot, and thank you for the support, man. Peace.